Hey everyone, welcome to Encore, and today's Back to Basic episode is about using lip tars as eyeshadows, so keep watching.
Hey everyone, it's Corin, and you're watching EnKoreMakeup. Blend, blend, blend.
Hi, Corin, stop using my lipstick.
Hey everyone, welcome back. So I've been getting a lot of inquiries as to how you can use lip tars as eyeshadow. I know Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics uses this at some of their events like Fashion Week, runway shows and stuff like that. And many of you are wondering how you can use the lip tars for eyeshadow. And I know this is originally designed as a lip product, but a lot of people are now using this on other places as well, whether it's an eye look or blush and stuff like that. And for those of you who are not aware about lip tars is a product of Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics, and it became a hit not long ago, probably 2 or 3 years ago, about 3 years ago. And everybody's been raving about this. And a good friend of mine, David Klasfeld, who owns OCC, is vegan, and he came up with 100% vegan approved line of products, from like airbrush foundation to brushes and of course lip tars. And today I'm just going to show you what you need to know in order for you to use lip tars as eyeshadows, because they're so pigmented. But before we do that, I just want to let you guys know that lip tars are hemp oil based, okay? And hemp oil is really great for the lips, but you can also manipulate this to create beautiful eye looks. You just need to kind of like reduce the hemp oil a little bit, and it's really easy to do that. All you need to do is actually just use a little bit of a just use a tissue. Simple as that. Use a tissue or a paper towel, alright, just like this, and pick the color of lip tar you're going to want. And lip tar goes a long way. A little of this goes a long way, even for the lips. Oh my gosh, just a pinprick, or it covers a lot, so you don't need much. So what you need to do is you basically just put a little bit of the lip tar right in the tissue. What's going to happen is that the tissue is going to absorb most of the hemp oil, and then you're left out with mostly just the pigments and a little bit of the hemp oil base. Okay, another thing that you're going to rely on is a transparent powder, because you're going to need to keep setting the lip tar so that way it absorbs most of the hemp oil, and the pigment is going to really stick to the skin, and it's not going to cause a lot of transference and all that stuff. So it needs to set constantly. Okay, so now for the demonstration, I'm going to be using these two lip tars. The yellow one is called Traffic, and then the blue one is called Prescription, or RX. The label will say RX, but they're bright yellow and bright blue. Of course, not everyone's going to use this as a lip color unless you're doing editorial work, but you can create beautiful eye looks with these two colors, and they make great color adjusters as well. So I already put blue on my tissue. I'm going to put yellow, okay? So that way I'm already prepping the product, so that way it's getting rid of the hemp oil. Alright, so just like that. And as you can see right here, I put the yellow. If you see kind of like the rim of it, it's kind of wet because the tissue is actually absorbing the hemp oil. Alright, so from that point on, all you need to do is use a brush. You can actually, if you're doing this on yourself, feel free to use your ring finger, okay? But if you're doing this on a client or a model, just make sure you ask their permission if it's okay for you to use your finger, and make sure it's a clean finger, of course, alright? But one way or another, you're going to just simply apply this. You're just going to wait for about 20 seconds, alright, for the tissue to absorb most of the oil. And after about 20 seconds, you can use your brush, and then again your finger if you wish to apply that. Now in this video I already primed the eye area, so I'm ready to apply my first color, which is going to be the yellow. Now I'm just going to apply this starting from the innermost corner. I'm going to work it out about 2/3 of the way, covering the main lid. Now as you can see, by doing a pouncing motion, you can apply this evenly right into the areas where you need it. Okay, next, either use a clean brush, a different brush, or use the same brush, but make sure you clean it first so that way it doesn't mix with the next color. Because our next color is blue, what's going to happen is that it's going to turn green if you don't clean a brush or use a new brush, a clean brush. So throughout this tutorial, I'm going to keep wiping before I do a next color or even when I'm setting, so that way it doesn't cross bleed, the colors doesn't cross bleed. Next, I'm going to apply the blue. But I'm going to apply that right in the remaining 1/3 of the lid. Okay, next I'm ready to smooth out the edges. I'm just going to use my ring finger to smooth out the edges. And by pouncing my ring finger right in the area where the yellow and the blue meet, it's going to transition to each other, creating that green color. Okay, another important tip. If you are blending the edges on one color, do not go to the next color because whatever color is on your finger is going to be mixed into the other color. So what you want to do is make sure to clean and wipe your finger and then go into the next color. Okay, and then if you need to go back to the other color, same way, repeat, clean and wipe your finger thoroughly before you go to the next color. Okay, next we're going to need to set immediately, and we're going to use our transparent powder, and we're going to press this onto the lip tar. Now be generous with the powder because it needs a lot of powder for this to set, and in order for the powder to absorb the hemp oil. Now what you're going to need to look for is for that hemp oil to turn matte, okay, that there's no shine. Shine means that it's still fresh and it's got a lot of hemp oil in it, so just look for the shine. If you get rid of the shine, it means that you set it enough. Don't worry about over powdering because you're going to brush the excess later. Okay, next you're just going to leave it be so that the powder really absorbs most of the oil, and after about 20 seconds you're going to brush off the excess. And I'm just going to use a blender brush, and I'm just going to dust off the excess powder, if any, on the area that I apply the powder in. Now to use the lip tar as a liner, it's just the same way. I'm just going to use the same brush. I'm going to use the blue and I'm going to apply this to the outer part just right underneath the lash line, and I'm going to bring that in about 2/3 of the way in. And then using the same brush without cleaning it, I'm just going to dip it in the yellow, and I'm going to apply that right in the inner corner, working it outwards to meet the blue. Now this is going to cause the blue and the yellow to mix, and therefore it's going to give you a green color. And once again, generously apply powder to set the lower lash liner. And then using your blender brush, sweep off any excess powder. And then for the upper liner, I'm just going to use kind of like a purplish color, and this is kind of like a purplish pink color. It's called Catricia Lip Tar, and I'm just going to apply that much like a gel liner. And then again, go back to your powder and set that upper lash liner. And then finally, just add your finishing touches. If you want to do waterlining, feel free to do so. Curl your lashes, and of course apply mascara, 2 to 3 coats for that dramatic effect. Alright, thank you so much for joining me, and for those of you who have lip tars, feel free to play with the lip tars, create beautiful eye looks with them. Just make sure that you are setting it immediately with powder, and be generous with the powder, and good luck with it, and take some pictures. I want to see what you've done. Until then, thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye.